Welcome to the twisted world of Mr. Beastly, where nightmares become reality, and reality becomes a nightmare. Today's story is about the infamous Dogman, and the story begins now. I ascended the creaking, rotted wooden steps that led to the frightening front porch of our new home, my heart thumping with a chilling blend of anticipation and dread. It was a quaint, desolate house shrouded in darkness, hidden deep within a mysterious national forest, the sinister haven where one seeks refuge from the deafening screams and relentless pandemonium of the city. Little did I know this seemingly promising new beginning would soon transform into a bone-chilling nightmare. As we slowly settled into our new home, an eerie sense of dread hung heavy in the air. The once inviting atmosphere quickly turned sinister as strange and unexplainable occurrences began to unfold before our very eyes. Shadows danced menacingly on the walls, the floorboards creaked ominously as if concealing a dark secret beneath their surface. Every night we were plagued by haunting nightmares that left us covered in cold sweat, unable to escape the Dogman. It began innocently enough, with small items vanishing into thin air only to reappear in the most unexpected of places. At first we dismissed it as mere moving stress, but little did we know that something far more sinister was lurking in the shadows. But as the days went by, the encounters took a dark turn, plunging into the depths of unspeakable horror. Late one evening, as I was unpacking boxes in the living room, a shiver ran down my spine. The room grew mysteriously silent as if the very air held its breath. I couldn't shake the feeling that I was being watched. With trembling hands, I mustered the courage to take a look outside the window, only to be met with a horrifying sight. A shadowy figure lurked in the darkness, its twisted form contorting with each passing second. Its eyes, glowing with a mystical intensity, locked onto mine, sending a wave of terror coursing through my veins. I could feel its malevolent presence seeping into the room, suffocating me with an unrelenting sense of dread. I froze in terror as I witnessed a pair of blood-red, malevolent eyes fixated on me, piercing through the suffocating abyss of darkness. It emerged from the shadows, a grotesque creature with a twisted, elongated body. Its eyes glowed with an eerie, malevolent light piercing through the darkness. The air grew heavy with a sense of dread as the dog-like figure loomed over me. Its grotesque body was completely covered in an endless web of matted fur, as if it had crawled out from the depths of a nightmarish abyss. The moon's pale light cast an eerie glow upon its razor-sharp teeth, which glimmered with a sinister hunger. I was paralyzed, my body rigid with fear, as my eyes remained fixated on the abomination before me. It unleashed a blood-curdling growl, causing icy tendrils of fear to slither down my quivering spine. I frantically yanked the curtain shut, desperately trying to convince myself that it was merely a cruel illusion playing tricks on my mind. But deep down, I felt an ominous presence lurking in the shadows. Night after night, the horrifying encounters with the Dogman grew increasingly intense. I would hear its blood-curdling growls piercing the desolate forest, as if it were mocking me, luring me into a deadly confrontation. Every time I would cautiously glance through the window, only to discover that it had vanished into the sinister depths of the night. One fateful evening, consumed by an insatiable thirst for knowledge, I made the ill-fated choice to venture deep into the heart of the gloomy forest. Clutching a small flashlight, trembling with an overwhelming sense of dread, I cautiously ventured deeper into the suffocating embrace of the dense undergrowth. The forest, shrouded in darkness, seemed to awaken with a sinister energy. Each step I took was met with an eerie symphony of rustling leaves, as if the very trees whispered secrets to one another. The hooting of owls echoed through the darkness. In an instant, a bone-chilling silence enveloped the air, as if the very forest held its breath. The darkness seemed to deepen, casting eerie shadows that danced with malevolence. And then, a sharp, unmistakable sound shattered the stillness, the snapping of a twig echoing through the night. My heart skipped a beat as a cold shiver I whipped around, my heart pounding in my chest as a bone-chilling gust of wind whispered through the desolate forest. Shadows danced eerily on the gnarled trees, their twisted branches reaching out like skeletal fingers, ready to snatch me away into the abyss. The silence was suffocating, broken only by the distant howl of a lone wolf, its mournful cry echoing through the night. There, lurking in the shadows, was the Dogman. Its eyes, ablaze with an unholy fire, pierced through the darkness, sending shivers down my spine. The echoes of its guttural growls filled the stillness of the night, causing my heart to race with fear. I could feel the suffocating weight of its sinister presence, a malevolence so palpable that I could feel the suffocating weight of its sinister presence, a malevolence so palpable that it seeped into my very bones, sending icy tendrils of fear coursing through my veins. In that chilling moment, I felt the icy grip of terror tighten around me as I realized I had unknowingly stumbled upon something hideous. The sinister Dogman pounced towards me, its razor-sharp teeth exposed, a vile mixture of saliva and blood oozing from its menacing jaws. I shrieked, desperately clawing at the ground in a futile attempt to escape the impending doom that loomed before me. But alas, my efforts were in vain, for the sinister force that pursued me was already upon me, its icy grip tightening around my trembling body. Its razor-sharp claws mercilessly ripped into my vulnerable flesh, tearing through sinew and muscle with a sickening sound. Agonizing waves of searing pain surged through every nerve, as if my very essence was being consumed by an insatiable darkness. But just as I thought my life was about to be mercilessly snuffed out, a bone-chilling scream pierced the eerie silence of the dense, shadowy forest. The deafening echo of a gunshot reverberated through the twisted trees. The sinister Dogman unleashed a bone-chilling howl of excruciating torment, its haunting cry echoing through the desolate night. With a malevolent glimmer in its eyes, it slipped back into the darkest depths of shadows, leaving behind an eerie aura of dread and unease. I glanced up, only to be met with a chilling sight. Emerging from the dense, ominous trees were a group of hunters, their faces confused with an unsettling determination. They had ventured deep into the heart of the sinister forest, driven by a desperate need to vanquish the abomination that lurked within. Its malevolent presence had plagued their dreams, whispering dark promises of doom and destruction. With trembling hands clutching their weapons, they prepared to confront the creature. The air grew heavy with a terrifying stillness, as if the very forest held its breath in anticipation of the approaching battle. They knew not what horrors awaited them, but they were resolved to rid the world of this monstrous entity, no matter the cost. As I lay there, my life force slowly seeping out of me, every breath I took felt like a desperate gasp for survival. The room was cloaked in an eerie silence, broken only by the sound of my own labored breathing. It was in that moment, as the darkness closed in around me, that I came face to face with the unimaginable terror of the Dogman. It emerged from the shadows, a grotesque abomination that had been whispered about for centuries. Its existence was shrouded in darkness, lurking within the heart of the forbidding national forest. And even though I had narrowly escaped with my life, I could feel the icy grip of its presence tightening around my soul, ensuring that the horrors I had witnessed would haunt my every waking moment and torment my dreams for all eternity. And so I warn those foolish enough to dare venture into the treacherous depths of the sinister forest, shrouded in an eternal darkness that devours all light. Beware of that seemingly innocent and quaint house, for it holds secrets that would make even the bravest souls tremble in fear. Beware the Dogman, for it is a sinister creature lurking in the shadows, patiently biding its time to unleash terror upon unsuspecting souls. And so here goes another tale from the twisted world of Mr. Beastly. Please Stay tuned as we are always writing and uploading brand new creepypastas for you to enjoy. It's been great! We'll see you on the next one.